Alright, today we're going to take a look at Chapter 4, Lesson 3. Alright, so Lesson 3 is writing equations in point-slope form. Let's go ahead and get started here. Let's see, point-slope form. This is important. Write this down, have this handy. You'll need this equation for almost every single homework problem today. So y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So when we write an equation in point-slope form, your job is to plug in the slope. It's still m, just like we had from the previous lessons. But now we have x1 and y1. Those come from any point on the line. If you have multiple points, it doesn't matter which one. Pick your favorite. Plug in your x and your y. We call it x1 and y1 just so they're not mixed up with the x and the y that are variables in the equation. So x1 and y1. Okay, so check this one out. This says the linear equation y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1 is written in this form. So this is an example. If this is a point on the line, we'd plug in the x, plug in the y, you plug in the slope, and that's it. You cannot simplify it. You just leave it as is. So here's an example. Here's a point. Here's a slope. Let's plug in the slope, negative 3 over 2. Let's plug in the x value for x, the y value for y, and that's it. So this is our, I guess they simplified this side. Instead of saying y minus 0, they just said y. But do you see, they could have used the distribution process property and gone ahead and simplified this side, but they didn't. This is in point-slope form. Alright, next. Graph this equation. So it's in point-slope form. Now we're supposed to graph it. In order to graph it, I would just use the point that they gave you. So go ahead and plot negative 2 comma 0. Stick that on your graph. Negative 2 comma 0. And then in the original equation they said a slope of negative 3, 2. So from here you go down 3 over 2. And then that's your next point. That's enough to build your line. So you can just connect those points and build your line. Next, let's see. I'll move myself down here. So this says write the point-slope form of an equation for a line that passes through this point and has this slope. So I'm going to let you test this out. So pause right now, see what you can do. I'm going to go ahead and show you what I did. I apologize for the bad handwriting. Sorry, this is me trying to use my laptop instead of the Promethean board. So hopefully you can see this. So this is saying I used the y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So I went ahead and plugged in slope for m, negative 3 for y1, and then 4 for x1. I simplified the left side here. But the right side, I left it as is. So you want to have your slope visible. We don't want to simplify this side any further. So the answer is B. So just to summarize here, these are the steps. So given the slope and 1 point, this is saying you can use point-slope form. If you were given 2 points, first you would have to find the slope, and then choose one of the 2 points, and then follow the process that we just did. So it just makes it a little bit trickier if you're given 2 points instead of the slope and 1 point, but it's still doable. How about this one? So this says in standard form. We worked on standard form last semester, so this is a good review for us. This is in slope-intercept form, and we're supposed to put it in standard form. So it says in standard form the variables are on the left side of the equation. A, B, and C are all integers. So that means let's get the x value over on the left side of the equation. So what they did first is they said, it says here that they're all, A, B, and C are all integers. Do you see how there's a fraction? So to get rid of the fraction, they said if we actually multiply by 4, that gets rid of this fraction. So if you do that on this side of the equation, you have to do the same thing on this side. That's why they did that. We multiply by 4, now these cancel. You're left with 3x. Let's see. We multiply by 4 here, but that would still count for this one as well. So we'd have to do the distribution property. So this one cancels out, but we'd still have 4 times negative 5. And that's where they get the negative 20. Does that make sense? Using the distribution property, these 4's cancel, but this still counts for this guy here too. So you still have to take 4 times negative 5. Okay. Now that they have this, we need the 3x on the left. So subtract 3x from both sides, and we ended up with this on this side. But the issue with this is the x value is negative. We don't want that. So what they're doing is they're taking this whole equation. Sorry, that's supposed to be a parentheses. The whole equation, we're saying times negative 1. If you take the whole thing times negative 1, so negative 3 times negative 1 is 3. 4 times negative 1, negative 3 times negative 1 is positive 3. 4 times negative 1 gives negative 4. Negative 20 times negative 1 gives positive 20. And that's standard form. Okay. Try this one. We want this in standard form, which means the x values have to be on the left. X and y both have to be on the left side. Leftovers on the right. See what you can do? Pause right now. I went ahead and worked through it, so I hope you can read my handwriting. I went ahead and did it, so I plugged in. First I did the distribution process. I got to here, then I subtracted 3 from both sides, then I subtracted 2x. I ended up with this, and then I wanted to switch the x to the front, but now check this out. I still need to do this times negative 1. And if I do this times negative 1, it changes each of these. If it's a positive, it changes to negative. If it's negative, it changes to positive. The leftover would be this equation here. So C is our answer. Let's look at another example. So this is saying write this in slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form, remember that? That's where it's y equals mx plus b. So y is the only thing on the left side of the equation. So your job, get everything to the right. So it looks like the first thing they did is they went ahead and did the distribution property, carried out the distribution property. So they did that, and then they looked plus 5 on both sides, and then you're left with this. Let's try one out. See what you can do. Pause right here, see what you can do. Slope-intercept form. That means y equals whatever. Y equals mx plus b. I went ahead and worked through this problem. So I'll move myself up here so you can see the bottom. So when I worked through it here, I first started by getting the x value on this side. So I subtracted 3x from both sides. Next, I divided by 2. On both sides, and I ended up with this, and then I just simplified this part because it looked funny. I simplified it to 3, and I got A for that one. How about this one? So this says the figure shows a trapezoid ABCD with bases AB and CD. Write an equation in point slope form for the line containing side BC. So this side here. So it's supposed to be in point slope form. You can see that there are 2 points given. Now you need a slope. Well, you could just say from one point to the next is 1, 2, 3, 4, down 5 over 2. So down 5 over 2, we could remember that. Yep, down 5 over 2. Or you could use 2 points and calculate the slope. But if they give you the graph, you might as well use it. So down 5 over 2 for our slope. You pick whichever point you want for the point. It says either point. And it says they used this one here with the slope 4, 3, and this ended up being a pretty simple equation. If you use this one, you've got a negative in there, so it takes an extra step to simplify, but you end up getting similar answers. Now, these look like 2 different answers. However, they're technically the same line. So this would be acceptable. Either answer would be fine for your, if this was your homework assignment, you could do either one. Alright, how about this one says write an equation in standard form for the same line. You already have it in point slope form. They chose one of the equations, point-slope form, and now we need to get this into standard form. That means x and y on the left. X and y on the left. So they first did the distribution, and then get rid of that negative 3. So add 3 to each side. And then we have this guy. What did they do next? They were trying to get rid of the fraction. So what they did here is they multiplied each side by 2. So when they did that, this by 2, this by 2, and this by 2. And it ended up being, you get to this. And then we're saying, okay, now you can get the 5x, negative 5x over here. And you end up with this equation. So try this one out. Here, figure shows the right triangle, ABC. And this says, write the point-slope form of the line containing the hypotenuse AB. AB. So you need to write an equation in point-slope form of the line containing hypotenuse AB. Pause right here, see what you can do. Okay, when I worked through it, I ended up, I think what I did is I chose point 3, 1, and the slope I said was, well, to get from here to here, you would go up 1, 2, 3, over 1, 2, 3. So up 3 over 3. So I said the slope 3 over 3 is 1. I chose the point 3, 1. And so what I did is I plugged in, here's the regular equation, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And so I said plug in the slope is 1, x1 is 3, y1 is 1. So I got this equation. That's not one of the answer options. So I said, okay, fine, let's plug in the other line, the other point on the line, 6, 4, which means change this into a 6, change this into a 4. Either one would be acceptable answers in your homework. I would take either answer option would be correct. Since it's multiple choice, I guess D is the best answer. The other ones would not be right. This one's close. This has a positive though, and it's supposed to be negative. If that was negative, this would be a good second option. This would also be correct, but it's not because of the positive. Okay, one last example. So the figure shows this same triangle. Now we're supposed to put the answer in standard form. So use the equation that we just did and put it in standard form. Okay? Pause right here, see what you can do. When I worked through this one, I chose this line. It doesn't matter which equation you use. Either one, you'll end up with the correct answer. So whether you use the one that the book said we should get or the other one that we came up with, you'll get the same answer. So when I did this, I did distribution first, so I got rid of the 1. I canceled whatever. Multiplied. What did I do next? I did add 4 on both sides, so I got this, and then I subtracted x from both sides, and I got this. However, standard form means you can't have a negative out in front, so I should take this whole thing times negative 1. So that means this changes to positive, this changes to negative, and this changes to positive. So we end up with D as our answer. Positive x minus y equals positive 2. Okay, so homework is on page 236. Here are your questions. Please email if you have any questions, okay? So right now you can rewind and re-listen to anything in this video, but please don't hesitate to email if you have any questions at all, okay? All right, good luck.